So let's test this out. What I'm looking at is my overhead projector, my overhead cam, sorry. So for the thumbnails, what we're going to be doing is you're going to be hand drawing out 10 sets of your layouts. So you can look at stuff that's online or you can come up with your own completely. Now, these drawings can be as simple as this. And I'm going to explain what these different pieces are. So what I've done is I've done really cheesy little sketches. I've put in my title. I've used these little lines to represent text that's going to go there. And then for my second spread, so that would be my opening, this is my second, I'm using a box with an X in it to represent I'm going to put 3 photos there. Then my thought is on this magazine title or the article, it's going to be about anger management or finding a peace of mind. So what I was going to do is find a photo of somebody that's looking angry and somebody that's looking happy and have those at the bottom and then set up columns of text. Then I would maybe set up a pull quote, and I'm just putting a box with PQ in there. And then I'll try a different one. So then I did another one where there's angles at the side, and I was thinking I'd made a note here. It's kind of hard to read, but that's okay because this is for you. It's a collage of black and white images, and I was thinking of maybe doing like spot color on them with certain red things, maybe on the eyes or something, have that feeling fading out in the background. So this is about your thought process and not about creating the most beautiful drawings ever. Here, I did one where I was like, oh, maybe I'll do like a yin and yang, do like peace of mind on the opening spread, and then on the second one, maybe have a bar of color, have boxes set up, my columns of text, my pull quote, my 3 additional pictures. It doesn't have to be 3. You just want to remember you're going to have about 3 photos total. So this is here to create just a basic idea. So this is how you're going to start things. Get a blank piece of paper. And if you don't have paper, see if you have like an Amazon box or cardboard or something else that you can potentially draw on. Then what I would do is you're going to set up 20 rectangles. And you're just going to repeat those over and over again. Now you can get inspiration from the Pinterest board that you made. So basically like redrawing out one of the layouts that you saw that you were inspired by. And do the same thing here. I'm not going to draw them all out. You might need multiple pieces of paper because I think I'm going to probably need that. But I'm not going to do this whole thing to show you every single little piece. But the idea is this. Flip this over. Gross, greasy. So what you need to do is I would make a list of the things you need to put on there. Your title. That one you may want to spell out on the actual thumbnails. But the actual body copy, the columns of text, you don't need to spell out. You're going to need to have body copy. You're going to need to have photos. You may want to put a little mark for the folio. Remember, the folio is the page number and the text that's at the bottom of the magazine spread. And then you're going to need to have your pull quote on here. So here's how I would represent stuff. For the body copy, I would do something just as simple as lines like that. That'll help to represent it because it's not about being photorealistic on this. For the photos, I would use just a box with an X in it. Or if you saw like on mine where I noticed I wanted to do like a big giant head, if you want to sketch that out, that's fine. Remember, I'm not grading you based on your drawings. What you're going to do is after you've created, like this is only half of the drawings, you're going to do a pair over and over again. So you have an opening spread. You're going to do 10 opening spreads and 10 second spreads. Then you're going to choose 3 of the layouts that you are most inspired by. And those are the ones that you're going to do a mock-up of in InDesign. And I'll show you in a different video how to do those. For the folio, you can just do like a little line. If you want to put a little page number on there, that's fine. And then for the pull quote, you might just do a box and just put PQ in there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's the basic structure. So if I wanted to do something here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide, okay, so I saw one where I'm going to do one big giant photo on this side. And then I'm going to put in my title. And maybe I'm going to have some little nut graph in here. Remember, the nut graph is just the thesis statement or what the article's about in a nutshell. And I'll put in my little folios down there. And now I'm going to do the opening spread. Or sorry, that was the opening spread. So that's 1. I'm going to do 1A. You don't have to number them like this, but that just makes it easier for me. And then in here, I'm going to decide, all right, so I need to put in photos. So I'm going to probably start with that and decide, all right, what do I want to do with the photos? Maybe I'm going to do photos running across the top. So maybe I'll do something like this to represent those 4 photos. I'm going to put in my folios down here. And then I'm going to set up something else. Maybe I might decide I'm just going to do my columns of text here. I'm going to set up maybe 2 columns. And then over here, maybe I'm going to do some kind of photo. So I still like that idea of the angry face here. Whee, fuzzy little hair. And I need to have a pull quote. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pull quote in the middle. They don't always have to be in the middle. I'm going to show you different ways to do it. I'm going to put a little PQ on there for pull quote. And then I'm going to continue the rest of my text over here. So I'm looking, I got my folios, I've got my columns of text, and I've got my 3 photos across the top. Remember, again, it does not have to be 3. You can do less than that. And then I'm going to do the next one. Now I'm going to come up with a totally different layout. And you'll continue that over and over. So you're going to do 10 opening and 10 second. So what that basically means is you're doing 10 sets. So this right here counts as 1 set. And so that's 1 that's done. Then you'll do 9 additional sets. What you'll want to do is after you're done with that, take a photo of this and save it as a JPEG. And I'm going to show you in a different video when you're ready for that, how to do the actual layouts. It's going to be similar to the King Kong recreation that you did, but you're going to be creating it from scratch.